Oh, let's go, baby. We're back on a Monday night. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Let's do this, guys. I can't. There's a little scheduling conflicts in our household. So, guys, I won't be able to do a live stream tomorrow night. I was playing the arcades and having fun. And I said, why don't we go live tonight? So I'm hoping it's not too late for you guys. I know Central Time here, it's almost 10 o'clock. And that's what the replay is for, guys. That's what the replay is for. Now, chat, I got to update the thumbnail because I just put like a random thumbnail on there because I was literally playing the arcade games. And I was like, well, let's do this right now, right here. Vic texted me, Vic Vicious, and said, double down, let's go live, baby. Let's do this. So maybe we can talk home arcade. If there's news, if there's not, let me know. I don't kind of know what's going on. Mike went live. I was kind of just listening to that, on the TV while playing the arcade games, and apparently there's going to be some movement on some of the basic fun cabinets. So let's fucking go. Finally, right? Finally, we have some stuff to talk about. We'll say hi to you guys that are just coming into this live stream right now. Little news and notes. I mean, there's not really anything that's changed from last week, but we did, guys, get TMNT Turtles in Time, and it's actually like right down at the bottom. I got it right next to the two turtles are next to each other with Space Invaders. It looks so cool. I know it's not the most eye-appealing catching arcade cabinet design, right? But that game is just so iconic to me. Like, I played that game nonstop on the Super Nintendo, and it's literally the same as the arcade. Like, it feels the exact same. And I was like, I had to add that. So that's the last one that I added from their Boxing Day sale, guys. We got like 4 arcades from the Boxing Day sale. We went in on that sale. Before I get started, guys, had watched some football. That was awesome, dude. That New England Broncos game was wild. It might as well just been 2-quarter game, right? Right when that snow hit, no chance. What a cool thing to watch on TV. And I'm sure if Chris Nooner is seeing this on the replay or if he's in the chat, I haven't gotten to the chat yet. Congratulations, my guy. Your Seahawks did it. Unbelievable. They're in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. It's going to be really cool. Now, I got to say, like, okay, I got Chris Nooner on one side, right? But, like, let's not forget this, guys. A lot of people are like, oh, Patriots again, right? This is a different Patriots squad, right? I kind of almost want to root for the Patriots. Hear me out. Okay, Mike Vrabel got shafted in Tennessee, right? Like, he was doing great and he just got canned. One bad season, right? This is like an awesome redemption story for Vrabel. I mean, he's a great guy, right? Former Patriots linebacker, right? Like, I feel like he got shafted. Now he turned that squad around. The Patriots were terrible, and he turned that around. And now look at him right now. He's whooping ass and taking names in the Super Bowl. This is pretty cool stuff. But I'll limit the football talk, guys. We could be here all night. NFL season is about to end, so this will be cool. Next couple of weeks here, we got the Super Bowl coming up, and we got Toy Fair, guys. And that's what brings me live tonight. we're going to talk some Toy Fair again, and I'll update the thumbnail. Again, that's just one that I threw on there because nothing was working on my PC. Apparently, it's a long story. Vic, you made it. I appreciate it. He says, I want both XL WrestleFest and Double Dragon. Oh, that's right. There's a poll in the chat here. Okay. Who you got? You want me to get, that was kind of for me, right? I want to see what you guys have to do, but you want me to get WrestleFest XL or the Double Dragon from Iconic? I want to talk about that. Both have their flaws and both have their positives, their upsides, right? So we'll talk about that too. Vic says, Toy Fair sounds like it's going to be a new banger. You know what's crazy? Toy Fair now is CES. There's no CES anymore for home arcade, right? And for electronics all day. But Toy Fair now is going to be our CES. So we got to wait a little bit longer. Well, like a month, maybe a couple more weeks. Than normally getting those announcements at CES. So maybe like a month, right? That we got to wait now. Maybe a little bit longer. But it's okay, right? We can weather the storm. Guys, we've been waiting this long. We've been waiting a couple years now. We can finally get something to play, something to have fun with. And I'm hoping for some XLs. Please, XLs. Dan Z, thank you so much, man, for being here. Always setting those notifications on. Really, really do appreciate it. Fat Hog is in the house, baby. Where's the option of the poll for neither? Well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Do you not vote? You got to pick one, okay? You got to pick one. This is the hard part, man. It's like Double Dragon looks beautiful. Like that cabinet really looks great. But the game, not so much, I heard. I haven't really played it. The only nostalgia I have for Double Dragon is like the cartoon when I was a kid, right? So that's all I got. And WrestleFest, WrestleFest looks cool, but WrestleMania is the nostalgia game for me. Again, Super Nintendo all day. And I know the arcade game's a lot better, right? I just like it better out of the two arcade games, right? WrestleFest is just you can't play singles matches really. And I know it's like one, there's handicap matches in WrestleMania, but it's only tag team or like the chaotic battle royal mode. And I'm always just getting tossed all over the place. Maybe I just got to get better. I don't know, but I would like to add some games to the arcade. So like, can we just speed this up? So we'll talk about some possible happenings that Mike mentioned, WrestleFest and Turtles Ultra, WrestleFest XL now. So by the way, there's another XL WrestleFest being sold in California or something. It was on one of the Facebook groups, so apparently that's a thing now. So you could just get these now. Thumper Squid, thank you for being here, guys. I really do appreciate it. I mean, some of you guys probably work early in the morning. Let's fucking go. I appreciate you being here. I could use a smile on my face. The last show, you guys were great. It was a kind of a sad time, and we all know why. But I appreciate you. Oh, there, look at 8-Bit Gaming Legend. Yes, let's go, Seahawk. Congratulations, man. You're probably over the moon, dude. Let's go. It's gonna be awesome, man. Duke Dogs in the house says, I ain't touching WrestleFest. I don't like both games, and a Double Dragon cabinet looks great. See, that's what I'm saying. So maybe we can have a little fun conversation here in anticipation to the Toy Fair and what could possibly be announced. I know it's very confusing now. Do we call them Basic Fun, Arcade1up, Arcade Classics? We got to get an identity. It's like it's too long to say. We got to pick something here. So apparently Arcade1up official, which is their official YouTube, and I don't know if that's going to get changed or stay the same. It seems like everything's staying the same, right? But they were in Mike's comment saying, Mike's comment box tonight saying, look forward to some cool surprises, some new and cool stuff that you guys will be excited, right? So I'm waiting to be excited. This is very cool because I'm normally excited about stuff, but now we actually have a chance to have stuff that we have maybe never had before, and a lot of the stuff, guys. I mean, guys, can you imagine, like, I don't know, your favorite title, right? Just a bigger or deluxe form factor. So think about like a Burger Time XL and a Burger Time Deluxe. That'd be great. Satisfying best of both worlds. Same thing goes with the Turtles. Turtles Deluxe, Turtles XL. Never had either of them. And those are rehashed titles. We'll get to that. I'm already diving into the topic. Haven't finished saving hi to everybody else here. Steve Maddox is in the house. Iconic will produce a Pac-Man version. No. Dark Realm is in the building. Thank you so much, man, for being here. Hey, buddy. Hope you and the fam are doing well. We're doing excellent. Thank you for asking. Let's see here. Julio Hernandez, channel moderator of mine. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Danny, had to look at my calendar. Thought it was Tuesday night. Hope everyone is keeping warm. Let's go. Yeah, Tuesday, I don't know going forward. Let me know if there's a good day for you guys to stream. Our schedules are kind of just all over the place right now, and it might be difficult to get on Tuesday night, at least for the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to kind of play it by ear. Maybe we could do a Saturday thing. Maybe we could do later time. Maybe I could do Sunday, maybe late at night. Monday. Let me know if there's a good time for you guys. And Fat Hawk says Double Dragon hasn't aged well, but WrestleFest is a compromise, so I'm out. Yeah, it's kind of hard. We got, we finally have these XL choosings that we're gonna be, getting into, and then it kind of sucks now that it's like, okay, we all know Alpha 2 cabinet is gonna be phenomenal from Iconic Arcade. It's just gonna be really good. Hopefully, right? Fingers crossed that everything turns out the way I anticipate it to be. I mean, I've had my pre-order, I've kept it, I've stuck through all of this now, delays because of the cease and desist and all this stuff, right? All this backhand stuff that, like, personally, I don't care about. I care about playing the games, getting them in your home arcade, reviewing them, and what do you guys think, right? Like, the logistics, like, James loves the weeds, and the logistics stuff. I just like talking about the new exciting products that are coming out. That's my bread and butter. So, weathered the storm, stuck through true and true, and so really cool stuff. There might be a second, maybe there might be a second Alpha 2 cab coming as well for our home arcade, and I'm going to mod that, if it happens, into my Marvel cabinet of sorts, whether that be X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel superheroes, Children of the Atom. It's going to be really cool, guys. Trust me. You guys seen us mod before. You know what we do here. We'll change out the button colors. We'll add the side art, marquee, and you're pretty much set. Because that grainy kind of sandstone, TV static, that can stay. These are all conversion kit games. Get little stickers to go over the bezel, and we're set. Of course, we'd have to add the games on a pie. We'll sub that out. We'll get there. Yeah, see, now this is what I was thinking. So, like, the KI behind me, I gotta get out of my modding mode, because I gotta let these companies come out with stuff, because I know we're on the fritz of them coming. We're on the tip the tip of the iceberg here of them coming out with stuff. I gotta let them just release it, because when I mod stuff, it costs more. But it's gone through my head. I'm like, man, if I get another KI Pro, I can make it into like an NBA Jam XL, an NFL Blitz XL. 'Cause I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Got fingers crossed with this Arcade1up acquisition that this actually could happen. That would be really cool, actually, because I don't want to get rid of. There's some cabinets I just didn't want to get rid of, but had to. We had stuff going on, so I would love to get NFL Blitz. I played that game all the time. NBA Jam solid. It's just the Shaq Jam is just all over the place. Incorrect form factor, all that jazz. But I thought you make a good point, because that WrestleFest Supreme actually has like the right scale, the right dimensions, the right marquee size, the slanted control panel. So that could be a cookie cutter cabinet to really do other mod projects with. I was thinking to myself too, like, if it comes out to Costco, do I wait? Do I wait and say, okay, maybe this will go on like a clearance sale, like that SpongeBob claw machine thing? I don't know. We'll see. Duke Dog says, give me a hyper Pac-Man cap. No Pac-Man. We got the Pac-Man XL. That's it. At this point, no Miss Pac-Man either. I know the maps change. It's the better game. We got to move the drill, people. No more Pac-Man. I should ban that word in the chat. I'm just kidding. Shrek, thank you so much, man, for being here. Hope you're doing well. Great. Let's go. That's right, man. Let's do this. I'm going to take a sip here real quick, guys. I don't have the cans. I got like the little bottles of Arnold Palmer. I get like half the amount, but it's okay. It's what the store had. I Am Rappy is in the building. Any guesses on the other games that might be on the Double Dragon cab? Day one buy for me. Played it as a kid. at a max and with childhood friend at a max. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what would you had Double Dragon 1 and 2. You have what other games could go on there? I mean, see for me, and everybody's different, right? Everybody has different nostalgia. I've really gotten to the point where like when I hop on my arcade, I really just play that one game. Is that crazy? Like, and I know once the ALU gets here and I have a multi-cane, I'll have like, a bunch of options, right? It'll be playing like kicks on there on like a big control panel because I play it on the little one. Um, but yeah, I think I just really just play the one game. Now the Marvel superhero cab that we have behind the Children of the Atom, I played obviously all the fighting games. The Alpha 2 cab, I'll play all the Street Fighter games. I'll probably play see that's weird now that I think about it out loud here. With the iconic Alpha 2 cab, I'll play 1942. I'll play, God, what's that other Magic Sword, right? I'll play some of the other beat 'em ups on there. I'll probably, yeah, that's hard. Now that I think about it, man, these iconic arcades could be like, just like branded multi-cades to that. I might just be like a multi-cade guy now. Who knows? But I know I'll play at the very least, guys. And again, you can buy games for this or something that I'm hearing. I'll play Alpha 2, Alpha 3, Third Strike. Like those are like the 3 Street Fighter games. That'll be like my Street Fighter cabinet, right? That's where I'll always go back to. Again, 1942 or whatever it needs to have that vertical monitor. So maybe I just don't really touch or mess with it. But the monitor will be bigger, guys. It's going to be a 19-inch or 19 and a half inch. So I don't know. Maybe we could play. Maybe you guys help. I am Rappy here, trying to come up with some guesses on what could be on that Double Dragon cab. There could be a lot. Oh, Shrek he says I just canceled my Alpha pre-order, but I'll be buying the Double Dragon if it comes out. Now, why did you cancel the Alpha? Did you have like cold feet, second thoughts? Like, hey, I'd rather just save that money for Double Dragon. It's more nostalgic for me, or what? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, because that Alpha 2 is going to be something special. It's going to be a really cool cab. I'm very excited for it because, again, Street Fighter, it's one of the ones that you have to have in your arcade. And I know everybody's different, right? A lot of people grew up in different eras. I've learned to love them all, right? I love retro aspects. So 70s, 80s, and 90s, right? Not so much like if you took me to a current arcade, I'm not gonna, strap on a VR headset and start playing, Transformers or something. I mean, I'm sure it's cool. It's just not the same, it's not that. It just doesn't have that same, I don't know what the word is, that nostalgic feeling. There's something to it, All right, Julio says, Danny, would you pick up Double Dragon for the XL form factor only, or do you have nostalgia memories playing it? Like you mentioned before. No, I don't have any nostalgia for it. The cabinet looks gorgeous though. And I think where it gets me as like a FOMO kind of thing is this is something new, different, and exciting, right? Now, is the game exciting? Like if we had an option between like Double Dragon and I'll just throw it out there, right? Kind of silly, but like Sega Star Wars Trilogy, right? Let's say like those cabinets were coming out. I'm gonna get Sega Star Wars Trilogy, right? Now, that's just me, right? But Double Dragon looks really, really cool, and I think it'd be fun to have like a beat 'em up. I don't know what Arc System Works Taito Cab games can go on there. In chat, maybe you can help me out with that. Is it worth kind of investing, because that's going to be their ecosystem where you can like buy games. So well, maybe you can help me out with that, because I don't know, like what Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3 is there, like what other. I thought that I always go back to that like dodgeball game that's on the WrestleFest cam. That's not. I always think because the Double Dragon characters, but that's not the same licensing. But yeah, if like let's just apples to apples here. Like if if like a Cubert came out in XL, Cubert or Double Dragon, dude. I'm starting to get goosebumps. This is crazy. Like just the notion, the thought of these titles coming out. I don't know. You can even say, hey, Danny, MKXL or Double Dragon. I'll go on MKXL. Wow, it's crazy, right? I feel like there's more playability with that game. Where I don't want to fall in line here is where like I get the Double Dragon cab. There's games that aren't really nostalgic for me. I play it with me, my kids, and my wife once through. and then like never touch it again. I don't think that'll ever happen really. It hasn't happened yet, guys. We've been doing this hobby since 2022. And I have never just not played. I've sold stuff that doesn't get played as much, right? But I've never, I don't know, that's a hard one. I've never just like, I mean, we even play the Midway Golden Tee Gap. I was playing golf today. Like, if we play that, I mean, we'll play anything, right? You gotta be honest with me. Like, 'cause that cap is like, we just got it because it was $200. And I mean, come on, I cannot get that for $200. I said at the very least, I'll mod it into a Turtles 2-player XL. That was kind of like the plan before all of this XL stuff started busting out. So I am Rappy says, that's fair. When I have friends over in the arcade, it's the title game all night, but those cold, lonely nights to try other stuff. Yes. And I think that's where that like that one multi-cade in your home arcade really like shines through, right? Like have all the branded stuff, but have like that one multi-cade where you can hop on and play Zookeeper, because I truly don't know if there's going to be a Zookeeper Deluxe or XL release, right? But it's still an awesome game, right? So like just those things, for example. And obviously, if and when a Turtles Ultra or Supreme's release, like I'll play both Turtles beat 'em up games, right? I might divulge into the other games that are on there, but probably not. Probably just that's like the one exception to the rule, like the Golden Axe. Yeah, do I play like the regular Golden Axe? Yeah, but then I can jump into Revenge of Death Adder. I still feel like okay, that's as far as I'm gonna go. You know, like yes, there's other good games in there, Wrestle War, Shinobi, but I just personally I just like that's why I like the branded cabs. If I wanted to play all the games, I would just get a multi-cane and be done with it, you know. Danny Crossy Roads kicks ass. Oh, like in the new arcades. Actually, you're funny. It's funny you say that. There's a baseball game. It's like a kids baseball game that's at like Dave and Buster's. I don't know what the controls are. I forgot. It's been a minute, but I remember I kept playing that game. It was like addicting. Like, because I was trying to hit you. You got to hit like a home run. You got to hit in certain targets and stuff, and then you get more tickets. But yeah, it's like my kids will play that stuff. But if you telling me like, hey Danny, you guys want to go and take the family to, Galloping Ghost for the day, or do you want to go to Dave and Buster's for the day? Come on, like it's something about that charm of arcades. It's something that it gets me. It's not the new. It's not the same. Like new, I don't know. It's new ones aren't the same to me. That's just me. Dan Z says Double Dragon was fun, but it's like a one and done. I can have all three on it. So yeah, that's the thing. It's like when you're playing the beat 'em up, like with that slowdown of that game that it has, is that gonna piss me off? Is that gonna make my kids not want to play? So that's a hard one. That's a hard one, dude. I'd be interesting to see, because last time we spoke, guys, Iconic, from Peter Vandenbosch, president and CEO of Iconic Arcade, came out and said, hey, look, we want to do 3 to 4 XLs a year. So what could that third or fourth title be? That's where like, oh man, this is getting exciting. This is like the possibilities, man. This from both companies. Yes, and Duke Dog, for as long as we've been in this hobby, we have never had an XL driver or an XL shooter. Like, think about it like this. Like, can you imagine if an XL Lethal Enforcers came out? Like, I have zero nostalgia for Lethal Enforcers, but I'm like, dude, that's got to be in the arcade, right? Like, it's just something new and exciting, right? And I think you'll fall in love and learn to love it once you have it. Again, I don't know. I played Lethal Enforcers, but it's not like, oh my God, that's the one I gotta have. Like Time Crisis was really it for me. That was like the shooter that I remember the most, like playing in the arcade. So I love having my Time Crisis. It'd be dope if they made an XL Time Crisis. We don't really know where this is gonna go from here. Shrek says, it just took long and I have a Street Fighter Dynamo. I'd rather just get a Double Dragon than a Street Fighter. Oh, that makes sense then. What Street Fighter do you have by any chance? They made so many in that Dynamo that do you have like a real one? That'd be insane. Dan Z says, I have to agree with 19K Fox. Last night they need a flight game afterburner would sell with the other Sega fight game classic. Yeah, like that's something new and exciting, right? Like never had an Afterburner, right? And then the games that were on there, like I didn't even really know what those games were. But I mean, like, hey, throw them up there. I might like one, right? Like, I enjoy playing Afterburner. Is it the most nostalgic game to me? No. But I would still love to see it. Maybe get it on a sale price or something. Like that would be exciting. That would be cool, right? Like, there's really anything at this point. And I've said this 1,000 times, guys. You've heard me say this all the time. All these games would sell. Okay, so I understand that like companies have to like the companies that are making the arcades are selling them to the retailer. I understand that. But both sides of the equation, mainly the retailers, but both sides really have to understand that all of these games would sell. Okay. Now I'm not saying they would sell 13,000 each, but all of these titles would sell. I guess that's the job. You got to figure out which ones would sell more than the others. I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, every one of these games we talk about for a reason. They're just cool. It's what we grew up with. It's nostalgic to us. Like, I won't be able to say the same thing maybe in the next generation, right? Because like, our kids, depending on how you raise them, might not have nostalgia for Lethal Enforcers or Time Crisis or Sega Jurassic Park Shooter. I really, guys, I should never have said that Quarter Arcades to my son is coming out with a Ghostbusters arcade. He does not stop asking me this. Oh, by the way, I get a little dad points. Okay, a little pat on the back, chat. My son loves watching. Okay, so he got the Technodrome. Oh, wait, we didn't even hold on, Danzy. I gotta take a comment down real quick. And trust me, there's a lot of people that would love Afterburner for sure. I feel like they'd have to build it though, like the Star Wars Atari that came out from Basic Fun, because you can't just have like that skinny post. So props to me, my son and daughter. You can't forget about my daughter. Mainly, my son is leading the charge here. Daughter's following to just play along and stuff. They love watching the OG Turtles, not that 2016 stuff, not the 2026 stuff. Like the OG stuff that I watch, dude. They're watching those cartoons. They're playing with the turtles. My son finally got the Technodrome. The thing is badass. So it even comes in the packaging from when I was a kid. So cool. I should have brought it in. I threw it out. That's my bad. We were cleaning out the garage. We had to do a cardboard run, so we got it all out of here. But that's big props. I think it's really cool that he's playing with Ghostbusters and he's playing with Turtles, because there's so much like that stuff I felt like was buried, but some of the stuff is coming back, like you can see G.I. Joe and He-Man action figures at Target. You can buy the Turtles and stuff like that. So they're playing with like that the 80s, 90s stuff that like we had. Like that's the goal, because they did remake the Turtles, and Bebop and Rocksteady and the whole casting characters are different, but he has the original set. So this is cool. This is exciting. All right, I digress. But okay, let's get back to the chat here. Okay, so Vic Vicious says, I'd buy a Double Dragon for the visual nostalgia. That's the thing too. Like, so that's the thing. That's like where I'm at, right? So I got holes in the arcade, right? Do I get it now? It's a new exciting game. It's visual nostalgia, right? It's cool. You can play it. I'm sure, dude, I'm gonna play all the arcade games. Like, let's just be honest here. And then maybe down the road, if something comes out, right? That's like, oh wow, I gotta really have that one. Do I then look to replace, or do I not even bother buying? I don't know. I got holes though, so I don't know. Duke Dog says Area 51 or House of the Dead, and you got me. I think you could say that same thing for a lot of people. But Area 51 to me, it's mid. There's House of the Dead is good. I think I took T2 for granted when we had it. That's a good shooter, right? Now again, one game, but that's all we need, right? You're just playing the marquee title. So Time Crisis, Terminator 2, those are good shooters, but that's not to take anything. Like, these are all good. Like, if you're telling me, Danny, like Area 51 XL was just announced, okay, let's go get it, right? My daughter was playing that at the arcade the last time we went. So I keep saying, like, these are all going to be great. At the end of the day, for me, like I can only fit 18 to 20 XL cabinets in my home arcade. That's where I'm limited. You know, if I had a whole basement, I'd fill it with like 50 of them, right? But I'm telling you, like companies, like all of this stuff will sell. It's now just a matter of like, well, how many can I fit, right? That's where a lot of people, it's like space is a concern, you know. Vic Vicious says the next few years has the potential to complete my home arcade. See, that's funny because I'm just like getting started again. It's like I'm rebooting. I did the whole we reworked everything. It's gonna be a totally different, whole different cornercade than we have seen in years past. Which we built out a pretty cool arcade. You can go check out the previous room tours that we had. It was fun for sure. Jimmy's is in the building. Anyone remember Astron Bell? I do not remember that. I have a feeling if I can wake up Jason Little Alien, let's see if I can do that real quick. He might have a feeling. I don't know, he might be playing golf. Let's go check. Let me do this. All right, let's see if I can wake him up. Okay, there you go. He might be golfing or something. I don't know. All right, let's go back to the chat here. I don't remember that. Does anybody in the chat know? Retro Day Official is here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Would love an iconic Basic Fun made 720 PB Dragon's Lair Smash TV Spy Hunter. I will say this. There is a lot of Spy Hunter talk. Again, not a game that I really have nostalgia for. Would I get like an XL Spy Hunter? That's a good question. Because that's not one that's like, I'm a big like fighting guy. Like I love like Tekken series. I love the Virtual Fighter. That's why Street Fighter is gonna be awesome. I hope they make a Marvel XL. Like there's so many like, I get it's like it's kind of repetitive, but it's not like it's like for me, right? At least for me. A Dragon's Lair XL. Can you literally just like close your eyes and just imagine something like that? Your Smash TV Total Carnage Robotron, it should totally be a Robotron cab, but like it can't because then you can't play the other games. So if that series were to ever get made, it would 100% be a Smash TV. Which would I still get it? I don't probably, you know, to be quite honest with you. It's like a new game. My kids would probably have fun with it. I'm not very good at Robotron. I think the highest level I ever got was level 5 for me. But yeah, 720, no, you know, 720 you could keep it. I'd love to see like an X-Men, a Simpsons, the Turtles, XLs across the board. You could literally do what Arcade1up did originally, re-release them in deluxes and re-release them in XLs. And I'm telling you, you would have a very solid lineup for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I'm not even kidding you. Chad, I want you just to think about it. Like, can you imagine like a Mortal Kombat XL, whether it's skimmed MK3, Ultimate MK3, Mortal Kombat 2, 1, they're all great looking. It doesn't matter, right? That would look phenomenal. Can you imagine that in a deluxe? Like we got the Mortal Kombat 2 deluxe, but can you imagine the other one skins in the deluxe? A Blitz, an NBA Jam, even common things like that would look phenomenal as an XL or a deluxe. You know, we've seen NBA Jam Deluxe, but maybe 2-player, but you know, without the foot pedal and shrinking it down. I hope that like Basic Fun doesn't do their skinny cab version. I think they're gonna stick to Deluxe and XL or Supreme, however they're gonna call it now with the acquisition of Arcade1up. So I'd like to see a lot of cool things. We don't know what they have access to, and we don't know what. Think about it, guys. I just want you to think about it. I know there's a lot of what ifs in this stream. Arcade1up did an X-Men 6-player prototype. What if Basic Fun, there's just one person, all it takes is one, guys. It's like, you know, they bought this and looking through, wow, they did a prototype 6-player. Let's go take a look. Like, let's go take a look at the schematics on that. Is that possible? You know, is that possible to ship that, right? And what if they took a look at that and be like, yo, they want to do a 6-player X-Men? Like, that would be insane. I mean, I know that title is probably very niche because it's just like crazy big, but cool stuff. It would be just all this stuff would be cool. Duke Dog said, I decided that I'm gonna terraform my Pac-Man 40th into a San Francisco Rush sit down. It's time, baby. It's time. The modding magic is happening. That would be cool. I'd like to see that. What's going on, Sean? Hey, fellas, I would like to see a Laserdisc shooter cab, Mad Dog McKee. Again, no Laserdisc. Yeah, that would be like those time traveler arcades, right? Or no. Would that be like the Dragon's Lair? Like, I've never played Mad Dog McKee. I think, chat, do you guys know? Like, that's just not again, more of like a 90s guy. Fell in love with 80s games through this hobby. And 80s is where like it really is, but the 90s, there's a certain flair to that as well, and there's a certain nostalgia factor with that. I mean, Killer Instinct is so fun, and that's one of the caps too, the exception. I played KI 1 and 2 on there, right? Same button layout, same combos, same game essentially. Just it's easier to do combos and KI 2, and then Battletoads is fun on there. But again, I very rarely play Battletoads. My kids will probably play that. They play KI more than they play Battletoads on that. Like, we stick to the original case. Can you imagine, guys? Back in the day, Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, like, I had nightmares with Killer Instinct. I wouldn't touch that game. It was scary looking. My 4 and 6-year-old dominate that. they have so much fun. I had no nightmares whatsoever. What a different world we live in, right? Like, Mortal Kombat, the fatalities, it went all the way to Congress, you know? And like, now it's like, oh yeah, my kid's playing Mortal Kombat 2. He's like 3, you know? Like, it's such a different world now. But he always picks Cinder. He always picks the fire guy. My daughter just kind of picks whoever. He was very hooked on Cinder. Man, I wish a Smash TV would come out. It would be cool. Like, again, hey, look, the hints that we got tonight, you know, could this be the snowball effect that kind of takes over, right? Now, I think prediction wise, if we're seeing the $100 increase, so what, $600 for the Ultra will probably be $700, so $699 for the Supremes. I'm hoping for a $599 price point. Can you imagine? I just think there wouldn't be a lot of making sense there. But if it's Club Store exclusive, maybe that's the Club Store discount, right? It's $100 more to outsiders. You get it for $100 cheaper at the Club Stores. That would be very enticing. And that's where I give the poll question is, which should we get? Because both of them are going to be on the horizon. It would be cool that this would, Turtles XL would really just, that would take the top, right? I would get Turtles XL over both of those. I don't want 4-player cabs in the arcade. They're going to take up way too much room. The XLs already take up room. Can you imagine an XL 4-player? That's getting crazy. Vic Vicious says, my guess from Iconic this year is Double Dragon, MK, Alien vs Predator, Big Blue, and a shooter. A Big Blue cab and an XL would just be huge. It'd be towering so high. It'd be nuts. I'd love to see it. I'm trying to think. You guys saw the prediction list that we had. You know, we talked about Turtles, Mortal Kombat. And again, whenever I talk arcade guys, I'm preferencing more to the XL line. But the way Basic Fun seems like they're doing things, it looks like they're going to do both Deluxe and XL. So we could talk both as far as titles. It looks like, you know, both of them are going to come out, which would be great. But we talked Turtles, Mortal Kombat. I had Double Dragon on there. We had Golden Axe. What was the other? There was one more that we had on there. Chat, maybe you can, Big Vicious. I know you can help me out. I showed the lineup before, so yeah, Smash TV, Total Carnage, and Robotron. I think that would be a good collection cabinet to own. You know, there are some that like that Street Fighter Iconic Anthology cabinet. Like, that's your Capcom cabinet, right? Now, Capcom's so big that like you could really have two. But it would be cool, like, to download Capcom games on there, have some fun, you know, like with that Capcom collection, then get your Taito collection, then get your Konami collection, right? And I'm just all over the place. Like, that would be really cool. Hoots is in the house. Hoots, thank you so much for stopping by. Hey, CornerCade, hope you and the family are doing well. We're doing fantastic. We got to get my car fixed because someone rear-ended it and just took out a little bit of the bumper there. There's a big chunk missing. So we got to file the claims to that, but my baby will be back on the road in no time. Well, it's still drivable, but my wife was a little shooken up. That's all. But we're doing great. Oh, she cut herself with a box cutter today. She's like, 2026 can shove it. So She didn't need stitches or anything, but it was pretty bad. It was. She showed me pictures. I'm like, I can't look at that. I'll put band-aids on you, but I can't look at that. I'm not a blood guy. I don't know how anybody could be like in the medical field. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Vic Vicious, I think Basic Fun will bring the heat at Toy Fair with renders of Q*bert, Spiner, Star Wars, and TMNT. I'm hoping all XL. Now, what makes you think that? Because I know they were on my stream tonight. They said you guys will be very happy with what you see at Toy Fair. Now, let me ask you this too. What do you mean what we're going to see at Toy Fair? Isn't Toy Fair like closed off? I hope not, right? Because like, is that going to be a thing now? Like we could take pictures and then show them, you know? What's going on with that? Duke Dog says, dude, the game list, Area 51, Maximum Force, Area 51, Sight Force, Carnival, Invasion. Okay, well, if that's the game list, I know Carnival. I don't know Invasion of the Abductors. Maximum Force, I know. Area 51. Okay, it's not that bad of a cabinet. That's a pretty cool cabinet. I gotta be honest with you. But I would rather have like, so if we're gonna ask about, you know, we talked about Time Crisis, like one that pops into my head, and my kids always ask about it because it's sitting right there actually, and if you can see it, zoom in. But Sega Jurassic Park shooter, you know, 1, 2, and 3. Can you make that cabinet? Ooh, that would be a phenomenal shooter. I would think, like, personally, I would rather have that than the Area 51 cap. But that's a pretty solid lineup, and one I would like if that came out in an XL size. We can kind of see. I would take a strong hard look at that, honestly. Oh, he said Astron Belt. What a weird laser this game. Thor KC, Thor KC says, not even close. I have nearly zero interest in WrestleFest, but the iconic Double Dragon is right up my alley. Now, what makes it? Why is the Double Dragon right up your alley? Is there nostalgia? Do you like the look of the cab? Do you like the possibility of downloading extra games? What? Let me know. Mike Hawkins, thank you so much, man, for being here. Let's go. I'm just gonna call you Mike Hertz. Mike Hertz. Jimmy says, Danny, I know you asked a couple of live streams back. It's Jimmy Z. Just to let you know. So it's not Jimmy's. I do like Jimmy's, though. I got to be honest with you. Jimmy Z. So Jimmy's in the house. Jimmy, you got to talk in third person like in Seinfeld. Do you catch my drift? Like, Jimmy doesn't like that. Oh, man. Okay, so Retro Day Official says the cabinet and the music alone in Spy Hunter is awesome. Listen, there's no denial, guys. All of these games, like if you took me to Galloping Ghost, I could probably die a happy man for the rest of my life. Like if I had to live there, right? Let's say I had to order DoorDash, I would never leave. Right? If there was like a bed in the back, like a comfy bed, you know, nice comfy bed that I'm not going to sleep on the floor, I would probably die. Like if I could work at Galloping Ghost, I think that's the dream job. Like, right? Like just walking up and down the aisle, selling memberships, you know, hey, you guys interested in our $40 a month membership, you know, playing arcade games, listening to the attract modes. I mean, what more can you want? You know, even I can discover games. Like there's like a ton of shoot 'em ups there, like that I have no idea, never heard of. You know, they could be great. Like all games are going to sell. All games are going to be great. Personally, for our home arcade, my home arcade, I got to pick the top 18, maybe 20 to fit into our home arcade. So not that I have to be selective. We have space, right? We have space to grow. But it always, you got to think about it. Maybe you get it and you sell it down the road, right? Like maybe I get Double Dragon, keep it for a couple years. If it's like a poo-poo title, if I don't like it, you know, maybe you replace it with something else down the road. Vic Fisher says, Area 51 would make an awesome multi-shooter. It's one of the first shooters that drew me in as a kid. I don't know. It's okay. I don't know. I don't know. It's very Midway-like, you know how they got like the real, you know, like, okay, so Time Crisis reminds me, if we're like comparing apples to apples, right? Like Time Crisis would be like Street Fighter, right? It's like that got that graphic look to it. Like Area 51 was like with a realistic, what is it called? It's a word that's like they shot it differently. They shot it with like they scanned bodies on there or something like that, like in Mortal Kombat, right? It's very Midway-y because didn't Midway make that? So For me, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe I just don't remember it as well as I should be. I've played it a handful of times. Maybe I just was like one and done on the first stage, and I'm like, this is too hard. I'm gonna move to the next one. Can you imagine like being at an arcade and actually putting quarters in? Oh my god! Like T2, you wouldn't stand a chance. Turtles is hard. Like the Turtles OG, they give you one life bar and like 2 hits, you're toast. You know, on 1 quarter. Oh, I can only imagine back in the day, guys. Thankfully, I don't remember putting the quarters in. My parents did that part, and I would just bang on the machine because I was just like a little kid. I am Rappy saying the Astron belt was a Laserdisc game, looking pretty cool. Maybe I'll have to look that up after the stream here because I don't know. I don't have any nostalgia or remembrance of that. Duke Dog, that Star Rider would be a great cab that never would have released. Just a prototype, a staff member wanted. Okay. Spy Hunter, Soy Hunter. What? Okay. Oh, because he said this. I would love a Soy Hunter. Yes, me too, my friend. Me too. I would love a Spy Hunter, but it would only need to be XL. And there's a reason for that, guys. So you guys are like, Danny, the XLs, right? There's a reason, guys. Did you see the Basic Fun Star Wars? It's like, dare I say, unplayable unless you sit in front of it. There's a reason why this hobby has now evolved into the XL. Can you imagine that cab at like 65, 68 inches high, ideally 68 inches high? It'd be just as tall as the killer. Like the controls would be right, 19-inch screen, with all the extra features like the coin door and the speaker go covers and Wi-Fi for updates, right? Like that's where the hobby is, guys. And you know, did I jump ship too early? Yes, because I didn't realize that all of these arcades were going to get delayed. Theoretically, we should have a Centipede XL, a Star Wars XL, and was it a Turtles XL or something? And the Alpha 2 and the Double Dragon. That's like 5 XLs that should already be here. But, and then we should be building, and we should, well, what's the next wave? Like, this is the toy fair. This is the wave we're looking forward to. But yeah, but we're not. Now we're stuck in this spot. So. Yes, it does, and it would be really cool to see. I just want to see new and exciting games, just like each and every one. Guys, I'm literally you, just I'm on a live stream here. Like, I want that same kind of stuff. I want these different companies to, make new games, be successful, go down the rabbit hole, and can we do a title that you never thought about, right? Like, that would be dope. That would be really cool. I would love to see an Alien versus Predator, right? Even though it's a 3-player. F it. Let's do it, baby. Because it's not a 4-player, so I think it's a little bit smaller. Alien vs. Predator is a fantastic beat 'em up. I played it on live stream with you guys on my MVSX a long time ago. Go back in the channel and watch that. Back when the rumors started. It is an awesome beat 'em up, right? There are some really good beat 'em ups. That's one of them for sure. And was that the best typo of 2026, Soy Hunter? It's a new game. That's the bootleg version. That's the Temu version of Spy Hunter. You're just a soy sauce packet shooting stuff. Big Vision says Iconic is bringing MKXL soon. It's confirmed. I'm not gonna. It's one company is happening with. I'll just say that. I think it's Basic Fun it's gonna happen with, but we'll see. I will definitely buy that one. And see, that's the funny thing. That's one of those things that's like Mortal Kombat XL. Guys, I'm telling you that you don't have an XL, get it. It's going to change the game. And that's just like a game that's been beat to death, right? But it's going to look so much better. It's just going to play so much better on a 19-inch screen. Room for 2 people. Trust me, this is where this hobby needs to go. Mr. Murph Dog is in the building. Let's go. It's Monday. Aloha. Yeah, I won't be able to go on live tomorrow. Okay, we got some scheduling stuff, so I did a little special surprise stream tonight. Hopefully, you guys stay up for this madness that we got going on. Vic Vicious says 6-player X-Men is on my top 3 most wanted arcades of all time. He loves Yi Er Kung Fu. Vic does not shut up about it. It's like Afterburner and Yi Er Kung Fu. This man, just get those 2 arcades and he's good. It's so funny, dude. It's so cool to see like where people have nostalgia for, you know? it's so cool, man. A 6-player X-Men would just be phenomenal. Like, good God, can you just imagine? Zero Redux, thank you for stopping by, man. We need games with unique controls like Afterburner, Super Hang-On. Yeah, I mean, that's what made the arcades great. Like, that's what makes, like, just, these quarter arcades so great. Lunar Lander is such a simplistic game, right? It's the unique cab design, the controls, like, that's what makes these games so special. That's part of the reason why, right? And then the titles that came out was just so awesome. Yeah, so the Toy Fair has closed booths, so I want to know what's going on here. Will they make an announcement on, like, the Arcade1up official Facebook? I gotta resubscribe to that then, because I was like, I sent a message. I was like, I can't do this anymore, guys. I think for me, it was when the two guys were on the street corner with the kiddie pool, and I literally left a comment. I said, I can't do this anymore. And I unsubscribed. Like, what is going on here? Not even I could do it, man. Let's go. See, there you go. Jimmy doesn't like it when you call him Jimmy. It's kind of creeps Jimmy sees out. You guys remember Seinfeld, right? I can't be the only one here. That's too funny. Jimmy's awesome. Thor KC says, all those things I have a bit of nostalgia for. The 64 port Double Dragon. I like the Iconics hardware specs. I think John D is looking to get things right that Arcade1up got wrong. Let's cross our fingers, but I don't want 6-player buttons. I don't want 6-button layout on my Double Dragon cab, even though I'm the one that showed everybody this. I was just showing the cabinet. I want a 3-button layout. I don't want 6 buttons. That is, like, kind of annoying, and it's going to confuse my kids. Like, when they go to press them, it's hard for them to understand. No, these 3 buttons, That's, again, what made the arcade great. Not everything was a multi-cade. Not everything was just in and out, and they each had their own kind of flair to them. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens on the pipeline. Double Dragon does look pretty good. We've covered that, and I'm pretty excited. A lot of love for the Astron belt. I really got to look this up. It's like Zaxxon, but on LSD. Well, I know Zaxxon, so okay, that's cool. Duke Dog says Spy Hunter could have the sequel, Road Blaster and Sprint games. I would love to see like a Super Sprint. Oh my God. I know, guys, it's so damn stupid. It's so damn simple, but imagine this. Super Sprint, Championship, Sprint, Off-Road. Beautiful cabinet. My family would love it. I day one buy, right? That's a day one buy. Like, see, like stuff like that, like an XL size, of course. Now, yes, you can do a deluxe, but I'd love to see an XL size. Get the 3 wheels on there. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Oh, Zero says, I bought the SpongeBob claw machine, but the claw was broken. Arcade1up refused to help. No spare claws. Not even to buy. Well, that sucks. Because I was thinking about getting one of those. So what do you mean they refused to help? Because I never got that before. Zero, let me know what's going on. Because that's weird. Usually they're really good customer service. Duke Dog says, he's talking to Jimmy. Let's see here. Vic Vicious says, we should have WrestleFest XL also. What do you mean we should? Yeah, that's what's rumored, buddy. So the long and short, I gotta make a new thumbnail, but this is like an old one. I just slapped the stream together. But so WrestleFest XL and Turtles Ultra. I really wish they would do, if that's the case, and if that actually happens, I really want to see Basic Fun, Arcade Classics, Arcade1up come out with like both of them at once. Being the Supreme or XL size to the Ultra or Deluxe size. But I understand, like, so when did WrestleFest come out? WrestleFest came out, was that October? I can't remember. But if I gotta wait like 4 or 5 months, that kind of sucks, for that XL size. Calvin Wong. I don't drink at all. And if I did drink, you guys it would probably be one hell of a show. I gotta be honest. So he bought the floor model. Oh, that sucks, man. What's up, Gamer Fridge? Yeah, Monday show. Tuesdays isn't gonna work for me. I gotta find a new time slot or something. I don't know, for the next couple of weeks. I don't know if Tuesdays is gonna work. We'll see what happens. So I decided to go live. I appreciate everybody staying up. We almost got 50 people here. I really do appreciate it, guys. It's late night at the corner game. I guess I can't remember, like 2 and a half years ago. When did I go live? Because I went live after work, so it had to be like at 10 o'clock, right? Do you guys remember that? Wasn't it always late? Or did I have Tuesdays off? I can't remember. All right, where are we at here? Vic Vicious says, an MKXL screams for me to mod it to a Killer Instinct Rebel Pro version. It's a nice cabinet. I just wish the chrome trim was black. It's like the one thing that's like that's so gaudy, but I overlook that. But yeah, in a perfect world, I'd replace the sticks and the buttons and make it black T-molding, black trim or whatever. All right, let's see here. Duke Dog says, no, Danny, majority of the time you can walk into booths. There's private booths from the retailer and licensor approval. That's how we first learned about the NBA Jam Cab that was in development. Wait, hold on. What NBA Jam Cab? From Arcade1up? Arcade1up was at... Hold on. Arcade1up was at Toy Fair? Let me know. Also, who said my circle? I think I got rid of that circle that was on my camera. It just popped into my head when I was looking at the background here. I think I figured that out. So hopefully that's not there anymore. It was like a weird setting on my Elgato camera to like turn on something. I don't know. Yeah. So this is a question I have. So Arcade1up comes out on my stream and says, "Hey, look, you guys are gonna be really excited to see what we have for Toy Fair." But isn't Toy Fair closed off? So what are we gonna see? Are they gonna announce this stuff in conjunction with Toy Fair? Are they gonna be at the fair or maybe like in a hotel outside of Toy Fair showing this stuff off? Can anyone go in and record a Toy Fair on that? I don't know. Because I've seen videos on that. Yeah, I am rapping. I know you can, but it gets pricey. Again, I would rather pay $6.99 for an XL, super sprint or off-road, But when you start adding all of that up, it gets pricey fast, dude. It's like $1,500 without the 26-inch monitor from buy stuff. Plus you got to buy like the ALU. You're looking at $2,000. Like it's a big. I tell you guys, modding is really cool, but it is really, really expensive, and that's why I try to stay away from it as much as I can, because it's exhausting. You got to wait a long time for all the parts to come in, and it's expensive. Well, hopefully we got arcades coming to kind of fill out because we got 2 rows, but I'm gonna fill out the outside first, and then we're gonna work towards the inside. Originally, my ALU was supposed to be back there, but B Kirby picked it up, and he's a busy man, so it's with B Kirby right now. He's got a big blanket on it, keeping it nice and warm in his office. Jimmy says, speaking of Arcade1up, do they still have a customer service line in case there's any issues with new products? I would assume, but Zero Redux is telling us that Arcade1up is not happening. They're not helping at all anymore. So let me know. Let us know real quick. Brooklyn, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. I was watching your Among Us stream. I was dying to. That was good. That was good banter. While I was eating my sandwich, it was fun. But you got to take it. You got to take it where like randoms can't join, man. Because you had like a 14-year-old playing with you. You can't just make it with your friends. And then you got to take the talking off, because there was times where you were talking, but then like somebody came up and then they could hear what you were saying. So you want to, it's a hard game to then stream. Take where you can only talk at the meetings, right? I would play Among Us. That's funny. Gamer Fridge asks, so you think Zen dropped at games? From all of the smoke that's being thrown out there, I'm gonna go with a yes, to be quite honest with you. Was it Zen that got rid of the logos of at games off their website or something that I was hearing? That would stink. I have all the games. I have a lot of cool games on my 4KP that I love, and I'll never get sick of it. My God, I think Theater of Magic is my favorite pinball game. I got 1 billion points. 1 billion. And I hit it on my first ball too. So I'm like, oh, we're cooking with fire. And then like the other 2 balls like drain. It's like, good God. But I'm like, okay, I had to make the leaderboards. Top 100, right? 5 billion is the lowest score. I'm like, you guys are absolutely nuts. First place is like 26 billion. It's like, what are you guys playing for like 40 hours straight? Like, what? It's like, how do you? I thought I was whooping ass and taking names, but apparently not. But I have a lot of games, and if that's true, let's say like, there won't be any more Zen games on the At Games. I might go back and buy a couple tables that I don't have just to, have. Like the Party Zone or whatever the case may be, right? Like, but I have like all the really good majority of them. But I would still be happy with it, believe it or not. I still play it all the time. I don't know really what I'm missing if it's not there, right? All right, where are we at here? Vic says he's a retired Navy, which is why he loves Afterburner. We knew that. As a kid, Yar Kung Fu was in the corner store next to Gauntlet. There's a game, a Gauntlet XL. I mean, literally anything XL or Deluxe is going like new and rehashed that hasn't been that before is going to sell. So yeah, so Vic has nostalgia for those two games. He wants to put those back in his home arcade, right? He wants to relive the good times. That's what all of us, right? So Zero getting back on that customer service was good, except for not having replacement parts. Okay, so they just didn't have replacement parts. Well, that sucks. What's wrong with this? A claw not gripping? What's going on there? Brooklyn said, I had it on private, but they found the live stream and got the code. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, so you can't give out the code. Because then if you get randos in there, especially like squeaky kids, it's too much. It's just too much, man. I got my own kids I got to listen to. My God, my kids did not be quiet today. They were all day asking questions. And when I got to like 9 o'clock, I'm like, all right, guys, we made it to the finish line. It's time for bed. It's time for bed. My kids get so hyper during bedtime. They're just like running around the house. It's like corralling a bunch of piggies. Duke Dog says, yes, it was a show leaked in 2019 at a Toy Fair booth. There was a show floor stuff that we see. Would love to see what backstage in a private booth. Yeah, that would be really cool. I mean, we're gonna find out eventually here. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we're looking for XL Supremes, but like make both of them and just release them both at the same time. Let people have the option to get what they want to get, right? Duke Dog says, Danny, if you want an XL Championship Sprint, I played Super Sprint, a modded Midway 35 and a CRT cab that is reusing the original pedestal and was badass. Yeah, that game is fucking awesome. It's one of my favorite games. I don't know what it's about. It's just so simplistic. It's so cool. I love it. But we'll see. I would love to see it. One thing I will say is, though, Super Sprint never had a light up marquee. That might drive me nuts if they don't recreate it with a light up marquee. Then people are going to say, oh, it's not accurate. All right, so where are we at here? So what was I... Okay, so basic discussion here. Let me check the poll real quick. I caught up with the chat. You guys are awesome. Let's go over here. So you guys are really... I got 40 votes in. You guys Double Dragon XL. So I should really go that route. Connell, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. I recently saw your arcade. It was like in a Facebook group. Dope. I said, I wish I could afford the buy of Super Sprint cap. Yeah, like it's pretty expensive. Like it's badass. They did a good job with it, but it's pretty expensive. Yeah. Oh, Championship and the original Sprint. Are you sure? Are you guys, go Google that real quick. Don't leave the stream. Keep the stream going. Swipe up on me and I'll go in a little corner of your phone. Are you sure? I thought Super Sprint didn't have a light up marquee. Let me know. Afterburner crash and the Top Gun explosion. Video games were seen by normies so much cooler after that. Yeah, I mean, so he's saying, Vic Fitch is saying buy both. So, but the fun, so Double Dragon should go first. WrestleFest is going to be... Huh. This is where it gets tough, you know? Oh, yep, Super didn't, though. Okay. And Danger Dog says Double Dragon would be great. You guys, Double Dragon would really be... What other games would be on there? Is the Double Dragon beat 'em up better than like WrestleFest? I know it's not apples to apples. We're talking about a beat 'em up compared to a wrestling game. I don't know. I think. Okay, here, let's do this. So if I got WrestleFest, I'd have to get a 2-player control panel. They made 2-player WrestleFest, so everybody just calm down, right? I'd have to replace the sticks. So sticks and buttons replaced, 2-player control panel, light up the coin door, but that's okay. Stockjock took care of that problem with me. He set me up for the next 20 calves. And I have to black out the front kick plate, which I already have vinyl for. Hopefully I have enough. So that's 4 mods that I would have to do to this thing. Not to mention I'd have to get the black screw cap covers. There's like 4 cam lock bolts that are showing silver that would drive me nuts. So I'd black those out. With the Double Dragon, I would only have to mod the sticks and the buttons. Everything else is good. That really makes you wonder now, what if I do this, guys? What if I get a Double Dragon and I wait for WrestleFest, if it's at Costco, to go on like a blowout sale? Do you think it'll ever get there? Huh. That would be interesting. Could WrestleFest like $300, right? Fuck it, I'll get it, right? Like I'll just put a 2-player deck in there because it makes sense now with the offset, right? You know, I gotta be smarter. I can't just go buying everything at full price. Like, it's silly talk, you know? Like, yeah, would it be cool to get like a review out there as a content creator? Yes, but I would rather get the better deal, right? And then, you know, does that make sense? Vic Mitchell says WrestleFest has that way cool buy stuff mod, which perfects the cab. Yeah, but it's expensive too. Like, that mod is expensive too. Double Dragon is actually kind of clunky for a brawler, but it's charming like a wrestling game that way. Yeah, I know there's something cool about Double Dragon, like the theme music. It's definitely cool. Jay Pace, welcome aboard, man. I'm buying Double Dragon 100, and I'll buy WrestleFest Supreme 2 if it has the improved ROM, including all the wrestlers. I don't think it will. I will say this. From the pictures that we saw, it looks like there is an improved marquee. Do I still have those pictures? Let me see. Oh my guys, give me a second. I didn't come prepared tonight. I don't know if I still kept those pictures. I like to delete things off the computer. I don't even think I kept that stuff. And from show to show so I can stay organized. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. That's a bummer. I do have this, though. Total side note. Wait, hold on a second. I know this is bad, terrible radio right now. You guys got no idea what you're looking at here. Oh no, I do have the picture still. Okay, let's take a look. Hold on, what do we got going on here? How do I even bring this up? So let's do this. Guys, look, we can actually take a look at some pictures here. All right, let's do this. Let me share the screen and let me talk to myself here as we do this. You guys always light up the chat, so do that. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let's do... No. There we go. Now we got to zoom in on this thing. Okay, so... Hold on. This is not the right... See, this concerns me a little bit with the washout. But this does not look washed out to me. Let's go and zoom in a little bit more. Look at that, guys. So that, scoot over, let me scoot my chair over here. That doesn't look washed out. Like, did they actually improve the marquee? I don't know. WrestleFest is kind of cool. I got a poster in the arcade hanging up with WrestleFest. And see, like, Sean here and a lot of people are saying the port kills WrestleFest. The cab needs the original. None of you are wrong, right? But it doesn't bother me that much. I guess maybe because I'm more of a casual towards WrestleFest. Like, God, if they like, let's say they made WrestleMania and they made it without Bret Hart and The Undertaker, I'd be like, kind of kills it a little bit, right? Like, does that make sense? Like, Shawn Michaels isn't in there either. So I get where you guys are coming from. But to me, like, not being able to pick Sergeant Slaughter, probably wasn't going to pick him to begin with. You know, and I get not facing the bosses. I understand that. I understand, like, not facing Legion of Doom, you know. Let's see here. Let me see if I can show you the silver screws. Oh, yeah, here's a good shot. So if you go like this, you guys can see these silver screws here. Just, it would drive me absolutely nuts. So you can replace that with black ones. So you can just paint them if you want. I know we're way zoomed in there. But these are the pictures from the WrestleFest, and it's, you know, the Supreme that's going to be coming out. Same games. I don't think they're changing a single thing on here as far as the ROM goes. Would it be cool? Yes. You know, like for me, like you got to black out this kick plate right here. Light up the coin doors, black this out, make it more like arcade accurate. I mean, the 4-player is cool because that's like what it was, but they did make 2-player versions of this. So I would, you know, I would slim this down to a 2-player if I could. But yeah. Yeah, but it's not unless it's here. Like I gotta know that 99 Lives can do the 2-player mod. I trust Greg, but I gotta know for sure. All right, let's bring this down real quick. There's another picture I had in here. Hold on. How do I share this? Okay, let's see if I can bring up the image. I didn't save it over here. So I gotta do this instead, guys. I gotta do this instead. If I go over here, yes. So I got this. This is what I was talking about in the beginning. Yeah, turtles. Look at that. Look at that, dude. It's cool. It's cool. Quarter arcades are awesome. This game is very fun. So I got both turtles cabs. Let's go. I took advantage of that sale. The Boxing Day sale. Okay, so now that we're just looking at the pictures, let's get back to the chat, guys. Where we at here? So Jimmy says, I'm actually interested in the basic fun WrestleFest cab, 2-player Ultra, but I don't know. People don't seem to like it. I don't care about the lineup, but the graphics seem iffy. Anyone got it? I will say that they got the monitor right. It's like a very crisp, not washed out monitor. I don't know if anybody here in the chat has it. The marquee was real washed out. No speaker grill covers, no coin door. It's a lot of modding that you have to do with this thing to get it to where your other Arcade1ups would be. Now, do you have to do that? No. But it would just look out of place, I think, if you did it. Duke Dog says Double Dragon could have Guilty Gear. Yeah, but that's not that's like a new game. That'd be dope. Guilty Gear is awesome. But that's a new game. I'm talking about like old school games, you know, from the 80s, 90s. What could be on there, guys? Jimmy says Double Dragon is another one. Blew us all away when it arrived on the scene. Maybe 83-ish, maybe a little cartoon now though. Interesting because yeah, that's cool because like, you know, it did have like it still has its place, right? But it had its place in the arcade lore, right? And it blew away like people that played it when it came up for the first time. So there's always that nostalgia factor, right? But does it still hold up now? Because like, you know, I was playing Bad Dudes. I was playing it today even. I think that's fine. I have no issues with Bad Dudes. I don't see slowdown in Bad Dudes. Does that happen in Double Dragon when like what 3 or 4 characters are on screen at once? Does that happen often? Is there going to be a lot of slowdown? Maybe I can rewatch some YouTube gameplay of people playing that. The port kills the WrestleFest. Cab needs the original ROM. Now you can do that through the buy stuff mod if you want to go ahead and spend the little extra coin there. I don't think the marquee is lit. I think they are known to take pictures of it with some sort of light showing through it, but not actually backlit. I think it is really washed out. You're talking about on the XL. No, it's lit. It's lit. I just went back and looked at it. It's lit. It's lit. I'd be able to tell you. I can tell when it's off and on. At least I hope. Yeah, it's lit to me. That looks lit. Sorry, I just went back and looked at the picture. Look away. Chris Nooner, congratulations, dude. You're here. Your Seahawks are in the Super Bowl, baby. Let's go. Wait, it's not Tuesday. You had me confused. To answer the poll, neither one is the Yeah, I won't be able to make Tuesday. So you guys got to turn on your notifications. Sometimes it happens. So there's like scheduling conflicts and stuff. So I was like, hey, let's go live Monday. I know it's late, guys. You can catch the replay. I totally understand. It's not my normal time that I go on. But I might have to find a new day to go live. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions, right? Oh, okay. No. Yeah, the autocorrect always gets me too. He says, neither one is the one I'd get. Really? So you're out on both of them. Interesting. Danny, you're a clown. Sue's WrestleFest, Supreme Hits. I'll have the exact memberships. Okay, Vic, then I'm trusting you. Okay, this is big. Okay, because you guys know how I feel about 4-player cabs. I'm trusting you then that you get this done. It's hard for me to put trust, but I'm putting trust. I'm putting the trust in your hands, Vic. He says he's got the measurements down. We shall see. Mr. Murphdog says, Danny, what is up to date with the Street Fighter 2? Any updates on your delivery? When is B Kirby bringing you the ALU? Oh, that's a good question. The ULA, the UCLA. Mr. Murphdog, okay. Kirby's a busy guy. He works for the city of Chicago, so his days can go like literally 15 hours long, right? Pretty much lives out of his office. But he has the ALU. It's just a matter of coordinating times to bring it up. He's got to drive like an hour and a half to me. So if he's willing to do that, then I think everything's good. So he's got to double bubble it, because I think he told me he's gonna go pick up PD7's like CornerCade stand or something from the MVSX. I think so. I'm like, oh, you got to arrange it where you don't have to make 2 trips, you know. So it's purchased. Just gotta find a time to get it here, right? And I do have the coin door, thanks to Fat Hog. I have the coin door that I'm gonna put on it, and I have the LCD marquee. Shout outs to At Games for giving that to me for a purpose of a future video review on that. I gotta figure out how to do the Legends Unchained, which hopefully our boy Chaotic BPR can join me and we can have fun on a live stream doing that. That'll be a clusterfuck. But we'll have fun. You guys will get a good laugh at least, right? So yeah, hopefully all that stuff comes to fruition. But B Kirby's doing a very generous thing. First of all, he picked this up for me. It was a steal of a deal. I mean, this thing was mint. I saw it on Marketplace. It was out of my area. 400. I said, just ask him like 350 for it. And he went to go pick it up, got it, everything. So I can wait, right? Like whenever he's good, he's bringing it to me. I'm not demanding whatsoever. So that's the ALU. As far as the Street Fighter 2, the Alpha 2, we're still waiting. So hopefully everything is good. It's been fully paid. I got the 150 back. We're just waiting. We're playing the waiting game, right? So I don't have any updates on as far as that. I do wish that maybe, I think the exciting thing is when I get a tracking number. That's going to be really exciting. And then we're going to do an unboxing with that. And Mrs. CornerCade will make her long-awaited appearance. She'll be back in the saddle, baby. And I might even bring her back on the show. We'll see. Guys, let me know. Do you want just me on the show, or do you want Mrs. CornerCade on the show too? Do you want us both to double bubble back, or do you like it just me? Let me know. I won't take no offense to anything. It's a different formatted show, that's all. J-Pay said, Double Dragon elbowed me right in the face when I was a kid, and I've been stunned silly ever since. What does that mean? But I'm buying that cab for nostalgia, not for the killer gameplay. So for him, it had a big impact on his childhood, and he wants to kind of recapture that essence, that nostalgia. I mean, that's what we all want to do, right? But man, can you imagine a Hydro Thunder XL? Oh my god, I played Hydro Thunder like up the wazoo when I was a kid on Dreamcast. Big Vicious, Pats 21, Seahawks, Pats 26, Seahawks 21. Nobody wants the Pats to win, Vic. Stop that blasphemy. I said in the beginning of the show, it would be cool for Mike Vrabel to get his kind of revenge tour. Like, look at Tennessee sliced and diced him out of there. He did a great job coaching that bunch of funky. I mean, Tennessee Titans, baby. What? Like, he did a phenomenal job there, and they cut him after like what, one season he did bad. So stupid. And he's back with the organization that he played for, and I think it's just really cool that he took that team that was struggling very hard, to say the least, and really turned that franchise around. So I think that's pretty cool. And I get it, the Patriots, 6-time world champions. We've seen it, we've done it, been there. But it's gonna be a cool Super Bowl. I'm bummed that the Bears aren't there. You know, can you imagine a Bears Patriots Super Bowl? But then, you know, Chris Nooner wouldn't be in the Super Bowl, so it's okay. It's okay. We'll be back. Thor says, I just double checked. Double Dragon was the first cooperative beat 'em up. That's history right there. The first co-op beat 'em up. So for me, it's not as much nostalgic, it is historic. That makes for a good cab for a multi-cade, in my opinion. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's got some historical importance, right? PB and J, thank you for being here. It's your fault. I think it's Tuesday, and I'll get in trouble when guys, it's Tuesday, and I'll get in trouble when I think it's Thursday, and Friday I'm at work. Do you guys really like? Are you set with that schedule? I don't. You know, I could do Tuesdays. Maybe we do Tuesdays at 10 Central. I always go by Central time, guys. Does Tuesdays at 10 Central work? Because if it does, I might be able to make it happen. Might. It'd be like cutting it maybe 10:05, right? Maybe. It's like truck inventory day for my wife. So it's... Let me know. Do you want me to stick to Tuesdays? You want me to try to maybe do Sundays? You know, after the 19K Fox special show? You want me to go Mondays after Michael B? What do you guys want? What do you guys want me to do? Where do you want me time slotted? I need some help because I can push my show back a little bit if that works better for you guys. Thor KC said, I'm so happy I get to watch my Seahawks the year my Chiefs went MIA. Yeah, the Chiefs didn't even check in this season. What did they finish? Like, what, 6-11 or something? Jesus. Wait, hold on a second. Did you apply the 150 refund towards Numbskull? No. Towards the... Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, yeah, kind of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got TMNT. That's pretty much what happened. I did sell my Frogger PCB. And like one other thing, I sold my WrestleMania, RIP to the WrestleMania marquee. I got that from Joe Sables like a year and a half ago. We just never did the mod. I think Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Rangers, we're gonna make that up because he really wanted to do the WrestleMania mod for me, or with me, you know. And I think we'll make it up now that I told him we're going XL. I think there's gonna be a special thing coming down the pipeline. I just have a feeling. Now, yeah, but I'm looking at him now. Yeah, but essentially that was like a free numbskull pretty much. I like her, like Calvin Wong, like Mrs. Corner-Cade. We're saying, let's go, dude. Bring on the missus. Oh, it's gonna be something. God, I'll take her over you. Well, I mean, I figured like you had to get. Hey, I've been trying to hold the ship now for like what? It's been like a year since she's been here. Oh man, I think I tuned the mics too, because we had to use a different mic setup. So I love this mic, right? But we use the wireless mics. I think I tuned them to where it sounds like this one, which is great because then it's not like echoey. All right, where we at? Johnny Blaze, thank you so much, man, for coming. Double Dragon is super overrated in my opinion. So let's go back to the poll real quick. Let's take Johnny. Thank you for being here. I'm going to end the poll. We got 5 more votes. It's a 70-30 split, guys. Iconic Arcade's Double Dragon XL kind of blew out the WrestleFest from Basic Fun. So maybe I get the Double Dragon and I wait for WrestleFest to maybe go more on a sale. Like it would be 4 or 5 months down the road after it's released. Do you think that's a good plan? Still get it, maybe, but at a cheaper price? Julio says, Iconic Arcade better be too perfect with all these delays. No giving them a free pass. Yeah, 100%. What I suggested is like, so Alpha 2 comes out in February, I'm hoping. There's been a lot a lot of chatter predictions, maybe March. But let's just, for all intents and purposes, say at the end of February, right? I would love for Iconic Arcade, March, April, to announce Double Dragon, but not for pre-order. Like they're building the cabinet right now, right? Like you can purchase it right now and you'll get the tracking info right now. Like it's already over here. Like they're bringing Street Fighter 2 and World Warrior over along with Double Dragon, or shortly after, whatever the case may be. I'm hoping something like that happens. And then we could get that back in the saddle and be right back in it. That would be great. And then, like 3 months down the road, maybe we hear some rumblings and some conversation of their third title that's coming out. Because I think one or two more is going to be in the hopper for Iconic Arcade. So fingers crossed, guys. That would be really cool. Gamer Fridge says, you can add games to the ALU with the USB stick. Yeah, but don't I have to get the Legends Unchained? Like it's a big software thing, like through the computer and all that jazz. I don't know. I never done it, but yeah, yeah, pretty much. Mrs. CornerCade has been in hiatus because we've had nothing new to unbox and build. She, believe it or not, loves doing that stuff. She'll tell you she does, and she does. She trusts me. But that's true. The quarter arcades, you don't have to assemble those. You just take them right out of the plastic and they're good. Vic says, I'm a Buckeye, and Vrabel and Henderson are my favorite Ohio State running back, so I'm rooting for them to hoist the Lombardi. Johnny Blaze, I was bummed the Bears didn't make it. I was happy to see the Rams eliminated last night. Yeah, I mean, all great games. These games in the playoffs were really cool. Like the Denver New England game, it was the snow. It was really cool just to watch that stuff. But yeah, that's I was bummed when the Bears. Yeah, the Bears' magical season ride is over. Hopefully, they can build on the next year. I know we're gonna lose some coaches. I really hope we don't lose Al Harris. We already lost Eric Bieniemy. I hope we get improvement on the offensive line. I know we're going to get improvement on the defensive line. Obviously, we need help on both. I know it sounds crazy. I would love another stud offensive lineman and obviously a stud defensive pass rusher. But it's gonna see what we'll see what happens. Connell says Tuesdays work for me. Who else streams that day? I know Rascals Basement Arcade Garage. He goes with Chaotic. They do a show. But again, it's not really comparable to what we do. Like they play Mario Kart and Rocket League. They're not talking home arcade, So if we're talking home arcade shows, I'm really the only show that goes on Tuesdays that I have knowledge of. I know we all like to spread it out. I know sometimes it doesn't always work out, but yeah. So Tuesdays kind of Tuesdays, I just always fell into that slot because when I worked, I had off on Tuesdays, so it just kind of worked. Knew it. Yeah, you knew I put it towards the quarter scale. I sold some stuff too that was laying around the house, like the WrestleMania marquee. So I was able to get another one. Chris says it'll just be a good game, Vic. I like Vrabel as well, just not the Pats. We want revenge for that Super Bowl LX loss. Yeah, when they were a yard short or something. Oh man. You guys should have ran it and you passed it. It was an interception. Jesus, that'll haunt me to ever. That would haunt me as a Seahawks fan. I'm not a Seahawks fan. If I had to choose, I go basic one. WrestleFest mod it with the bicep kit. No, I don't see, but then I'm spending that mod kit is not cheap. I'm spending more money. I don't know. I think the play here is to wait till it goes on a sale. If it goes to Costco, if it goes to Sam's Club, will they discount it right away? I don't know. I feel like they kind of discount that stuff really quick at Costco. It's 4 months into 4 months being an out, it's gone. They're just slashing the prices. The Not Here says, kind of a slanted poll though. How about Basic Fun's Robotron? Wait, Basic Fun's coming out with a Robotron versus Double Dragon XL. Did I miss something? That would be incredible. That wouldn't be. I don't think that would be. I think that would be a landslide. Midway or none. I think most of the Technos games suck. Yeah, that's what I don't. What other games would be on there? I'm not buying either of those calves. You don't need them, Danny. Get yourself a big boy from Rec Room Masters at Game Room Solutions. No, Those things are like, aren't those like the multi-cades that like the 42-inch screen? No, 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 no. We can't do that. We can't do that. I don't think I'll ever do that. The closest I'm gonna get to a multi-cade is the ALU. That's the closest. I think Kevin from Spreetail mentioned they wanted the alphas in the wild for a few months before committing to the Double Dragon purchases. Ooh. Okay. What, to kind of see the feedback to see if there can be like any adjustments made? Like, oh, this doesn't feel right, or okay, that can make some sense to me. Well, I'm gonna do a review on it and we'll do a live unboxing. So you're gonna get my initial reactions right out of the jump. So we'll see. Yeah, damn, I want that Double Dragon though to come out so we can get the next title. It's always about the next title, right? With Home Arcade. It would be nice. John D already confirmed Game 3 is Atari football. Stupid. The not here said my poll made no sense. There's no Robotron available anyways. I was like, did I miss something here? What's going on, guys? Yeah, I appreciate you guys being up this late. Honestly, we're an hour and a half in. We're just shooting the shit. I love you guys. It's like I didn't really have a show planned, but I didn't want to not stream this week because there's not a lot going on at Home Arcade, but Home Arcade is it's almost there, guys. Get to February 14th. What, two weeks away? I think we're gonna see some cool happenings at least, with some exciting titles. Yeah, I can agree with you here. The Eagles and the Chiefs were, Jesus. Can we be done with that already? Johnny said they need to renegotiate DJ's contract or trade for a first round draft pick. I don't want to get rid of DJ. I know there's been some like chatter and rumors out there that DJ Moore should get like traded. Nah, man. I could see maybe like restructuring that contract if he wants to, but I wouldn't like to. But the NFL is weird, man. They will cut people like no other. They'll trade people like no other. Like, why would you ever trade Micah Parsons, right? Like, boom, done. Like, it's wild, man. It's kind of like the NBA. It's kind of like how that is, right? Chris says, I want neither. Yeah, I'm waiting for a sale just to mod it. Makes more sense. You talking about the Double Dragon or the WrestleFest? That's a good question. It's like after the Alpha 2, like, because the Alpha 2 is gonna be cool for me. Like, that's a nostalgia masterpiece right there. Love Capcom. Where do we go from here, right? Like, so I'm hoping at a toy fair. I don't know how it's gonna like come out or the news is gonna get shared, but I'm hoping that there's sort of a roadmap now. Because like think about it. That's something we've never really had. So when it was said that like, hey, look, Toy Fair is going to be off the chain, essentially, you guys are going to be really excited to see what we have to offer. Maybe we'll see some sort of a concrete roadmap more so than last year. More so was they seem to be just excited to be there. Hey, we got all this stuff. Now they kind of understand that titles have been out, what's going on, and we can kind of make room for the future of Home Arcade, right? From Basic Fun, right? So I would really like to kind of see like that roadmap. I've always asked for it, but now I can kind of because think about it. Now I can make decisions, right? Like if I knew this, that, and the other was coming out, I'm not even going to look at Double Dragon, or I'm not even going to look at WrestleFest because we got these two titles that mean the most to me, right? And if I would have bought in Double Dragon and WrestleFest, I'm like, oh man, I spent all my money on. Now I don't really have any money for the one title that I really like. Like, how am I gonna save? Like, does that make sense? We're talking about WrestleFest and Double Dragon. Let's not forget TMNT is coming out soon. Yes, but is it going to be in an XL? Because if it's in an XL, 100%, that is like that just went right to the top. I'm getting that one for sure. That is 100%. Yeah. Chris Sooner, I'm not. That's the thing. Like, I've never really played the game. I've seen the game. I've seen gameplay of the game. The cabinet looks really dope. Like, it screams nostalgia from arcades, right? But I've never played it, really. So, not that I can remember, at least. So I don't really have nostalgia for it. Christina says, I kind of want to know if quarter arcades will be at Toy Fest. I'm craving the next ones already. I need my fix. Ooh, they sent out. Let me hear. If we're talking that, guys, give me a second here. I know this is going to be the worst radio on the possible planet here. But let me see. They sent out a roadmap, so I can actually show you guys what's good. So let's scroll down. Hold on, it's somewhere. I think they showed a picture. No, it wasn't a picture. It was a post. It's not a picture. It was a post. This is gonna be the worst radio. I'm gonna try to scroll down and find this guy for you. I saw it somewhere, and I was like, okay, because they had 2 arcades on there. Then I'm like, whoa, okay, what does this mean? Let me see if I can find it. I'm, me live now. I'm not gonna be able to find it. Oh, I think it's right here. Okay, I found it, guys. Let's go. Okay, let me cut this out real quick so I can show you guys. Give me 1 second. Bear with me here. Appreciate you. Appreciate each and every one. If we're talking about quarter arcades, right? Let me go over here and save it. Beautiful. Okay, we're back in the saddle, guys. I know it makes for terrible radio when I'm just staring at the screen. I don't think they go to Toy Fest though. It'd be really cool if they went to Midwest Gaming Classic because they do some events. I think they went to PAX and they do one other event, but it would be really cool. Okay, let's see here. So here is the lineup, guys. And no, yes. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work either. All right, let me edit this for you real quick. Let's do this live. Sorry, guys, I'm like blocking half the graphic here. This is what happens when you go live with it. Okay, here we go. Boom, we fixed it. All right, here we go. So this is from Ben Grant, co-owner of Numbskull Arcades. Everybody's looking at this really fast right here. So Jukebox, when we had the guys on the show, 3 variations, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So they give you kind of like a time slot of where this is going to be. So June, July, right? That's cool. That's going to happen in the summertime. Polybius, June pre-order with delivery, July, August. Pong, August pre-orders for delivery, September, October. Battlezone. Pong is going to be cool, but Battlezone is where this is going to be at for me. I got to wait a whole year for Battlezone. That's going to be November, December. Oh, man. Oh, man. We got to wait a long time for that one. Now, this is what caught my eye, guys. As yet unannounced Arcade 1 and Arcade 2. Oh, man. Is that Ghostbusters and RoboCop? That's the question right there. Thor KC says, it should be possible to play Double Dragon on the Street Fighter Alpha 2, so probably smart to space out the releases. Wait, hold on a second. What do you, like if I modded it with a pie, they're not going to include that. You're right? Like, that's not even like a Capcom game. Mr. Murphdog says, we need some updates from Basic Fun. You could be the president to inform the community about the operations coming along. Well, hopefully here, Mike B was saying, the Toy Fair. So 2 weeks is where, February 14th. So look for 2.5 weeks for this stuff to be announced, which is exciting. Crossing my fingers, we're going to get something. There's the release schedule, so that's going to be kind of exciting there, right? Calvin Wong says, I think my arcade is the only one with a roadmap. However, it's a secret. It's a secret. Yeah, but they showed the same stuff from the same roadmap from last year. I need to get like the arcade, like the big ones. Yeah, but quarter scale arcades, they have a roadmap too, which is awesome. I just showed you that one. No matter what TMNT cab we get, I'm modding it to include Shadow's Revenge. Google AI says they'll be there. Interesting. Okay, I can reach out to them and ask, because that is interesting. Yes, 2 unannounced titles is what really got me excited, because we know the roadmap, but could they be Ghostbusters and RoboCop? Because I want those. Dude, if you can say Battlezone, Ghostbusters, RoboCop, yeah, I'm kind of excited with that stuff right there for sure. It's going to be really cool. So Duke Dog saying, Vic Vicious, wait for WrestleMania XL to go to 249. Yeah, I wish. Do you think that's going to happen? Do you think that's going to happen? Chris Nooner says, I can't wait till May, June, July, August, September for pre-orders. Just send them to me now. Yeah, that's how I am all the time. It's like, man, just let's go. You know, let's do this. I want them right now. Stupid. AI is usually full of it though. Yeah, who knows? You get they could be pulling information from different websites. Are they on the vendors list? Let me know. Are they like because don't they have a vendors list under the Toy Fair? Yes, Battlezone is gonna be dope, man. They did it so well too. When I had them on, they showed it to us. You can remove the pieces. It's so nice, man. Yeah, Toy Fair's on Valentine's Day, so we'll know we got to get all the wives for the new caps. Yeah, we gotta get the wives something, and then so we can get our something, right? So we can get our caps for sure. Now I'm lucky enough that Mrs. Cornercade loves these caps, so I don't have to do anything particular, but I do. Uh, Duke Dog says we'd know about Ghostbusters on June 8th, Ghostbuster Day, which is originally announced. Ooh, that would be kind of cool. I don't know. I think those are. I know, like the last time we talked, Corner Arcades, they have to wait on like I think it was Amazon's approval for RoboCop. They they wanted to space something out with some. I don't know. It was weird reasons why. And then for Ghostbusters, they're waiting on getting like the sound effects license. So there was like four different licenses. There was like the logos, the the artwork, the music, and then the sound effects. They were trying to get licensing for the sound effects. They have the three of the four right now. So that was what the delays with all that stuff. Really silly stuff, right? So it's like, oh, they're so close to getting those, or they could be like new cabinets that just have not been announced. Corner Arcades likes to like hint stuff, and then they tell you, which is really cool. They'll show like a bezel or something, like, and you can kind of guess. But yeah, it'll be cool. Oh wait, so sound is done. Sony shelved it for the time being. Yeah, like why? Like why? I don't understand. Like what does a quarter scale replication of an 80s arcade game RoboCop have anything to do with what you're doing? It's just weird stuff like that just drives me nuts. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, so it's like why like we gotta wait for just this stupid stuff to it's depressing. I don't know. Guys, I appreciate you being here. We've been here for like almost 2 hours rambling on. We've had one hell of a show. Thanks to you guys as always. I'll update the thumbnail because this is an old thumbnail that I'm using. But Double Dragon, Iconic Arcade, man, WrestleFest is around the corner. Finally, it's like some XLs are starting to come out. Guys, it's gonna be exciting. Like we're gonna be 1 week closer to Toy Fest, and hopefully, we didn't get any news from CS, but hopefully with Toy Fest, maybe there's announcements on like 4 or 5 arcades. That would be really cool. Maybe we're shooting too high. Maybe it's just 2, right? I think we're gonna be in for a treat, hopefully, and I'm very excited. And I hope that Basic Fun is listening and they do both sizes, right? Please the masses, please everybody, for the XL fans and the deluxe fans, let's do both, right? Let's do this. So, guys, I know you got to get to work. Head on out of here. Give this video a like on your way out. I appreciate everybody stopping by, having fun, kicking at the Cornercade late. Guys, we're late. It's almost midnight. It's almost the next day. It's almost Tuesday. It's almost time to do the show. So we'll figure out a time. Maybe I'll just do Tuesday, but a little bit later, so you guys can kind of squeeze it in, right? All right, guys, I appreciate everybody for coming out. Let's go, baby. Leave a comment down below. What do you think is going to be at Toy Fest? This is kind of exciting. This is a whole new venture for home arcade. Yet again, we are on an incredible ride. And please, if you can, give this video a like on your way out. Again, I'm Danny from the CornerCade, guys, and we'll see you all next week or in the next one. Peace.